Whoa. You gotta back it up, I think.
No, we're fine. Hey. Mac. Easy. We're gonna use it for 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Good morning.
Rock here.
Nancy here. Come into the picture.
Is in the house.
Yeah.
He's in the house. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, again, I didn't, I don't know. When we're last minute, it's like, just pick this one. It's like,
That's
and
the
then
way
you're like,
it is.
oh, well, yeah.
It's not a big deal. We're not, it's not the Oprah show.
No.
There's not a big production
Close.
behind us.
It's
This
close.
is a cell phone and you and I just
Okay.
woke up.
All right.
I'm just
Thanks, Julie.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good
How's
morning.
everybody
How
doing this
is it?
morning?
Come on,
It's
Tuesday,
nice out
it's
there.
Beautiful. We just went for a run.
It feels good. That's why
Come on.
I didn't get a chance to take a shower yet and all that.
It's there. It smells.
Hey.
It doesn't.
Oh, that's good stuff.
That is good stuff. You
gotta
put an
say-
orange in there.
Yeah, that's not.
Orange, you glad you put an orange in there?
Oh my God, seriously.
Come on.
That's why it's not the Oprah show.
Why? Because I wouldn't be here?
Because you're lame. Because you're lame.
Yeah, but that's
jokes.
part of the show. That's what makes it quirky and funny.
I know.
The lameness.
I know. You play a part for sure.
The side sex jokes. You see? It's...
That's where Naomi does that.
Our daughter started
She
doing that.
does
She's like...
You know what she said the other day? I was going to my appointment, my massage appointment, and I put like perfume on, and she's like, you put the perfume on to attract men, huh? Like what? What the heck? Remember when she said that?
Yeah, I do.
Oh gosh, what a
Hilarious.
character.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's the second week in our lockdown. 4 more weeks to go.
Yay.
Hopefully they'll remove that restriction and we can go back to, I don't know. I don't even know what the normal is.
Did you guys hear when Doug Ford told all the police that he's giving them like extra powers to stop at random, people at random? Did you guys remember that? And you guys remember the backlash that all the police forces came back after? They were like,
No,
we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that at all. We don't have time for that. And then he came back and said, and then he played it off like it was his idea. We're just going to remove those restrictions there. It's not beneficial. It's like, yeah, it's because you were told by like 6 different police unions that they wouldn't do it. It's like,
Yeah.
Politicians. Oh boy.
So, yeah. We're in lockdown, virtual learning. We are in our space quite a bit. So I figured, hey, this week would be a good opportunity to really
talk about space.
talk about how our space, how we can design our space, how we can organize our space. But today we're going to talk about how your space makes you feel. Are you in your space where you're feeling like, you feel at peace? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel...
Sounds like an infomercial.
It's true, eh? Do you feel like agitated? Like there's
You feel stressed?
Do you feel stressed in your space? There's a lot to be said when you're in your space. Like,
Yeah.
pay attention to how you're feeling.
Yeah, if you're, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, if you feel a certain, I don't know, a certain type of negative emotion, like if you're feeling lonely or agitated or stressed or anything, well, think about like
could
what
be,
your
yeah.
space, like, does it...
It could be the setup of your space.
Yeah, it could be a setup of your space where maybe you have old pictures of like old people you don't really talk to anymore.
Yeah, just
Not not old people, but like people you don't talk to anymore.
Whether they're exes, old friends, best friends, whatever, dogs,
Even
stuff
family
like that.
members,
Family
right?
members, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
even
gotta-
even things, like everything has energy. Like
Yeah.
everything has energy. So
Can't get rid of this. My ex-boyfriend gave me this. It's worth a lot of money.
Well, that's kind of negative.
yeah.
You would want to get rid of that.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
that is.
Yeah, no, like in our case, it would be okay.
You're getting rid of me.
No,
What?
no. I have this thing. It's a Christmas decoration that was given to me by a really close family member of mine, and I can't help but feel when I take this out. I can't help but feel both like avoid and anger, like just all these negative emotions come up for me just because of that the Christmas decoration. That's how powerful it is. But we don't take time to acknowledge that. Thank you, because we just think that maybe we're having a bad day, or maybe we're just feeling stressed or whatever. But there's a lot to be said about like your
That's right.
space. Yeah.
100%. I mean, if the objects you have all around you make you think of bad times,
or good times, but you no longer have
Right.
because that person or the individual either passed away or moved on, or like
I'm mostly talking about stuff that you have that is attached to somebody that's negative.
yeah.
In a negative moment,
Yeah.
right?
We're just asking to pay attention to how your space is making you feel, because
Yeah.
like it or not, we are in our space a lot these days, and it's very important to yesterday we were talking about organizing your space in
Yeah.
a way that the energy would flow freely. But today, how does your space make you feel?
It's important.
There's a lot to be said about
Yeah,
that.
because you got to get in tune with that. Other things, when you're going to bed, things that you can do to reduce your anxiety and sleep deprivation
Yeah.
is the Wi-Fi. Stop bringing your cell phones in your room, or if you do bring them in your room, put them on airplane mode. It helps a little bit.
Oh, it does.
Because your phone is like a satellite, right?
Yeah.
It receives and shoots out information.
Yeah.
And that comes through Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Right?
If
so
you-
if it's right...
Sorry,
I beg your
I thought you were done.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Okay, it's fine. Let me just.
So when the phone is next to your end table and it's still in full mode,
Mm-hmm.
getting all the notifications and sucking the Wi-Fi to that direction,
Yeah.
it's passing through your body at
gosh,
a more
yeah.
increased
Yeah.
percentage.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to disrupt your sleep. That's
Do
the
your
thing.
own research,
So
okay? Like, seriously.
your space, like there are those designated space
Mm-hmm.
for designated activities. Like living room should be for family time, gatherings, conversations, board games, TV, things like that. And then there's the kitchen, where you have your meals together, you share meals together, you bake, you cook together, things
Yeah.
like that. Your rooms should be a space where it's for sleep, it's for love making, it's for
Took you, it was very hard for you
I'm
to
going
say.
no, but it's
Love making.
no, but there's designated space for designated activities.
So what are you saying? We can't have...
So what I'm saying is that when you
So I guess-
bring your devices, no, stop! Don't even go there.
So
when
I guess
you bring
the kitchen is our bedroom.
when you bring your devices at your kitchen table,
That's right.
or if you bring your meal in front of the TV, it doesn't jive very well. Like it doesn't.
I hear what
you-
you're saying,
You
and-
can't connect to fully
Yeah.
to that moment because
Yeah.
it's not, the space doesn't jive very well with the activity that you're doing, because you're mixing up the energy inside of your space.
Exactly. So we could talk about that. Well, that's one thing, and then talk about items that are holding a negative energy.
Yeah.
Reducing the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Those are 3 things you guys can monitor, and
Yeah.
be aware of
Yes.
in your house. And maybe it's again, I'm going to reinforce the spring cleaning that we talked about yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for us to. I mean, we're due for one too there. Even though we don't have much stuff, but we're due for one. It's time for us to all put away stuff we don't use. And I don't mean put away in the garage where you're supposed to park your car and you just fill up all your garage with stuff. I'm talking about giving it away and letting it go. Donations are a feel-good thing that we do for others, but also in return we feel good about ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
It's almost a selfish thing that we do when
Yeah.
we give stuff away.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when I give stuff away, I know it's going to make me feel good. So I do it for myself.
Yeah, you're giving back to the community, which
Yeah.
when we give back to the community, it makes us feel bad. I mean, the most selfish thing you can do is help somebody else. And
Yeah.
and that's like, I really, really want to emphasize on that though. Like, when you're feeling like you have trouble sleeping, or you have trouble connecting with your family, or you have trouble relaxing because you've mixed in the spaces with other spaces. Does that make sense?
Well, of course it makes sense. And maybe you're not setting up the couch in the right place exactly, or maybe the TV needs to
Let me put it
move,
back.
or it was crooked, or stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
just look at the flow in your house,
Yeah.
and if you are always bumping into the same chair, well, probably needs to move.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be there.
Right,
It's
right.
affecting your flow.
Yeah.
That's the simple, subtle things you can do, the subtleties that you can recognize in your house.
Yeah, it's true. When you say that, it makes me think of the bikes in our dining room.
Yeah, I cracked my hand over on them there. See that mark?
Oh wow, yeah. No,
But,
because we have limited space, we have our bikes in our dining room.
But there's room.
They're tucked in. They're tucked.
Yeah, there's a little
tucked
nook
to the
there.
side.
It's still
It's
cumbersome.
practicality. It's
Yeah.
cumbersome, but it's practical because we use it so often. So
Yeah, almost
the
every
feng
day.
shui of us going downstairs
That wouldn't
into the storage
The
unit,
dungeon.
taking it out, like that's it. It wouldn't. Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's
So we
practicality
skipped a
and
step
there's
there.
energy. There's energy involved in how
Yeah.
you feel in your space.
But they don't like when I look at the bikes, they don't give me a negative feeling.
No, they give me like I want to go biking feeling.
Yeah, so it's a good item to have.
That's the
right?
thing, right? That's so true. Like it's like things that like make you feel like you want to like encourage you, motivate you to
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
do something that's positive for your health, for
Yeah.
your well-being. Have that in your space, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think we should wrap it
All
up.
right. Yeah.
Anyways, as always,
we love you. We're thinking about you. And I'm going to go live at 3
Do
o'clock
a
this
spring
afternoon.
cleaning. Help somebody.
Won't you join
today.
me? Have
Cold
yourselves a
showers,
great day.
fruits.
Bye, Elisa.
Come
Bye, Elise. Bye,